What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Tonge. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful week. It is a lot going on. There's a lot going on, like astrologically right now. The weather's been like all over the place. If you guys are on the Northeast or the East Coast, like you know that it's been like raining and like cloudy one day. It was like cloudy, I feel like, for like 4 days. I was like, yo, is this what it feels like to live in Seattle? Like, cause I heard Seattle be like cloudy for mad months and then like the summer's beautiful. But at least today, like I have my shades up, my blinds open, so I'm getting like some nice natural sunlight in here. But I'm just grateful that the sun is out today because it's been depressing. So shout out to everybody who's, just getting what they get with the weather. I told my friend the other day, I was like, I don't even check the weather app anymore. Like, I don't even look because there's no point. Like in Jersey, we're waiting. It's April. It's like, damn, like, is it spring or am I bugging? Like, whatever. Nature's crazy, but still grateful for, the sun and all that. But how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well today. Hope you're taking care of yourselves. Hope you got some sleep. Hope that you are hydrating yourself and all that good stuff. Today's going to be a pretty short and sweet episode. I wanted to actually talk about themes. Even though, okay, the weather might not be representing spring, it is technically spring solstice, right? So spring, the first day of spring was a couple weeks ago, or like, yeah, maybe like 2 weeks ago. And I feel like now is the right time. Like now is the perfect time to start really setting those intentions or those goals for the rest of the year. And you guys know I talked on previous episodes about not really using January 1st as like that marker of the new year. First of all, it doesn't make sense, like nothing is really changing on January 1st as far as like weather, energy, like we're still in the dead of winter, so like if you guys live in the same area, like New York, Jersey, whatever, in Northeast, you know that we pretty much have the same weather from like October, November until it used to be March and now it's April. Like winter just keeps extending itself. But here we are. But regardless, right, the reason I say that is because I like to use spring as a time of like reawakening, rebirth. Like this is really now the time to like set those intentions. Like what do I want to do for the rest of the year? So today I want to talk about like setting a theme for your year, okay? And the importance of that and how that can really change your perspective of your year and really like get some things rolling, get some balls rolling. So last year I picked a theme. I started doing this. I want to say I started doing this last year, or maybe I had started 2022, possibly. So last year I picked a theme. This was mainly for my business, but technically, like, I am my business and my business is me. So we kind of, overlap lives. So we kind of overlap, themes and all that. So last year I had picked a theme for Real Rhythm and the theme was the year of the comeback. Okay. So for me, like year of the comeback was about really like coming back strong, right? With my business, coming back on like 10, okay? Because if you guys know, you listen to previous episodes, 2022 was a really hard year for me, like mentally, financially, just not doing well as far as like thinking about how I could get out of my own head and past my own bullshit so that I could build my business. And I talk a lot on this podcast about having a growth mindset and really taking care of yourself from the inside out, right? So you don't just thrive and you can't build a thriving business when you yourself are suffering or you yourself are not thriving or you yourself you're not doing well. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make a lot of internal changes in order to really build my business back. And when I say build my business back, I have been in this business. I started Real Rhythm officially, I guess we can say officially 2017. Okay. So that's really when I came out. I started doing my own classes, one by one, adding another class, one by one, adding a little bit more, adding something else, then building a whole team in 2021 going into 2022. 2022 was really when I built a solid team, but I still had, my girls, shout out to Diana and Star. They've been with me for quite some years. And yeah, it was really just about building back everything that I felt like I lost during the pandemic. And we're not just talking financially, we're talking about like momentum, drive, motivation, new ideas, creativity. Like I was lacking all of that because I was allowing a lot of personal things, relationships, family, all of the bullshit to really affect the way that I was showing up for my business. So 2022 was really just a year of like deep reflection, like figuring out like, okay, I don't want to stay in this place. So what can I do to get out of this? And it was a lot of mindset work. That's really when I started reading books and doing personal development, getting more into spiritual work, all of that. And 2023 was a big reflection of that. That's when my business grew the most. So I really want to encourage you guys to pick a theme because it could really change the trajectory. Wow, I can't believe I said that correctly. Trajectory of your life, okay, or of your business or whatever it is that you're trying to establish for yourself. Pick a theme. Your theme could be anything, right? I also kind of banked off of like Beyonce's whole renaissance last year, right? Renaissance means like change, right? Innovation, really doing something different. And I did a lot of things different last year, right? I did a lot of things different. I added a lot of components to my business. I personally did a lot of things different in my life and my routines, all of that. And ultimately, that got me to the place where I was like, okay, I'm ready to jump off this cliff and go into business full time. And that's exactly what I did. And it wasn't even just about the business. I let go of relationships. I let go of, just certain connections, habits, certain beliefs. I had to really just change a lot of things. So when I say year of the comeback, it was really me coming back bigger and better. And it was really about me evolving into the person that I know that I needed to be in order to run my business successfully. Okay, y'all, before we get too real and too deep into this conversation, I just wanted to let y'all know that we literally just opened registration for our next Real Hot retreat, our final retreat of 2024. And we're going to Greece, y'all. Let me say that again. We're going to Greece, okay? We're ready to do it big and we're ready to bring all the real vibes to Europe. We cannot wait for this one. Let me let y'all know what's on this itinerary or like what's included. Okay, so we're gonna spend 3 nights in Mykonos, 3 nights on Andros Island, which is super beautiful, super low key, super chill. And we're gonna do a waterfalls tour, private boat tour. We're gonna have breakfast, lunch included. We're gonna spend the day at Mykonos at a beach club with our own cabana. We're gonna have dance classes, wine tastings, stretch and meditation sessions. Do not miss out on this, okay? This is big. So whether you've been looking to just treat yourself or get outside of your comfort zone or see more of the world or just get away from them kids, okay? Whatever it is that you need to do, we want to see you in Greece, okay? Spots are super limited. We're actually going to be cutting down the number of people that we're taking on this retreat. We usually have about 14 people. This one's going to be a little bit more intimate. So we really hope that you can make it. Just make sure you reserve your spot ASAP by dropping your deposit and checking out the payment schedule. Don't worry if you ain't got it all now, it's fine, okay? Payment plans are available. And honestly, I almost forgot. If you can't make it to Greece, you don't have a passport, we have our summer solstice retreat coming up this June 21st to the 23rd in Brewster, New York. If you're local, if you're on the East Coast, if you're not on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, wherever you are, come spend the weekend with us. We have limited spots available for the 2 nights, but even if you can't stay those 2 nights, come chill with us Saturday, the whole day. You'll still get to take advantage of all the amenities, everything. We have a private home that's immersed in nature, and we're going to have chair massages, yoga sessions, sound bath and meditations, freshly prepared meals. There's a pool, jacuzzi. You can go kayaking. We're going to do a manifestation dinner to bring in the new season. It's a lot. So one of two retreats. You guys have choices. You guys have some options here. So definitely treat yourself, or maybe ask your boo to treat you. You never know. So if you're ready to treat yourself and ready to catch a vibe with us on one of our retreats this year, then head on over to our website, www.realrhythmdancingfitness.com. Head on over to our retreat tab where you can learn more about our retreats and take a look at some of our previous trips. And yeah, guys, this is going to be really fun. So don't miss this opportunity. You can also follow our retreat Instagram, Real Hot Retreats _. So hope to see y'all there. So I really want to encourage you guys to really sit down, get your journal, get whatever, pen to paper, your notes app, whatever it is. It could be my journal that I have available. But, just sit down and get clear, like, who am I becoming? That's always a good question to ask. Who am I becoming this year? What do I want to see change in my life? What do I want to see blossom in my life? You guys can also read my last blog that I put out this week, and it pretty much had a couple journal prompts for you guys, and two of those questions were actually in there. But yeah, like what do you need to change? Like what do you really want to happen this year, right? We have to put it on our radar in order for it to manifest. We can't just expect good things to come out of nowhere. And not saying that good things aren't going to happen for you. Like good things happen to everybody, and more good things can happen to you if you are intentional, right? Really quickly, let's talk about the difference between resolutions and intentions, right? One of the reasons I don't set New Year's resolutions is because a resolution is it's a fix, right? It is, you're trying to fix something, you're trying to resolve an issue, right? Versus intention, where intention is more about change, right? What do you want to change? What do you want to create? Right? Intention is more about creating reality, creating opportunities, creating mindset shifts, So, and one last thing that I'm going to say to you guys is you are the creator of your life. Okay. I'm going to say that again because I kind of F that up. You are the creator of your life. Okay. So that means you get to wake up every day and choose your actions, your moods, your attitude, the way that you treat people, the way that you treat yourself, the way that you talk to people, the way that you talk to yourself, the activities that you partake in, right? The thoughts that come into your mind. And I know people think like, oh, I can't control my thoughts. You can't necessarily control your thoughts, but you can control how often you have those thoughts, and you could control if you start to believe those thoughts, right? That's why meditation's so important, because you get to really sit and quiet your mind, and you start realizing later like, oh, that was just a thought. Like that was dumb, like whatever, right? And you start just bypassing these thoughts that come into your head, right? And instead creating those beliefs based on your intentions. So I want to just encourage you guys, this is a perfect time to journal. We also have this big like solar eclipse coming up on Monday the 8th. I'm not an astrologer, so don't be dropping comments on YouTube talking about, what's going to happen with the solar eclipse. You guys can go and Google it. And I am working on getting an astrologer on the show because I love astrology. I'm just not, that educated to sit here and like tell you guys what it is, because that's not that's not my field. But we do have this solar eclipse coming up, and what I do know is that it's going to spark a lot of change. Okay, so this is a perfect time to start getting clear on what you no longer want in your life, what you want to call in. This is the perfect time to start manifesting, start clearing up that junk. Okay, clearing up things that don't make you feel good. Things might start like surfacing right now. Like for me right now, I'm clearing a lot of like negative energy around me. I'm feeling a lot of like negativity. And I'm not going to say a lot. Let me not say a lot. But there's certain people that have been around me that I'm feeling like bad vibes from. And I know that like I can't thrive with bad vibes around me. So that's something that I'm working on, just like setting better boundaries and all of that. But you guys figure out like, what do you need to change in the season of your life? Get clear, set your intentions, write down your theme for the year. I'm also working on my vision board. I'm gonna be honest, I did not do a vision board in January, okay? Because I just didn't see the point. Like, but now I feel motivated, okay? So I always encourage you guys to go based on how you feel. feel. Don't just do things that everybody else is doing. Don't just create, a vision board because you see everybody else doing it on December 31st. Do it when you genuinely, authentically feel like it's your time and you have that creative space or you have that capacity to really get clear about what you want. So for me, this weekend is about my vision board and setting my theme for the year. And I'm just really excited for the next couple months. And this year is going to be a really good one. And thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast. If you guys have been listening from day one, I can't believe we are at episode, 63 right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all. Follow the podcast page on Instagram, Let's Just Be Real Pod. And if you guys are listening on Apple or Spotify, make sure you rate and review the podcast. If you're loving it, preferably 5 stars. I would love that so much. This just helps the podcast grow. It shows up on more people's feeds. More people can find it. And also on YouTube, if you're watching, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, because y'all be watching these videos and not liking them. I'm very confused. So can you just please, just hit that like button? It takes a half a second, and drop a comment. Let me know what stuck with you today. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll catch y'all on another episode. Bye.